Why this female has not laid any eggs, I have no idea. I don't even know if she has any eggs in her, to be honest with you, but she's one of my favorites I produced a bunch of years ago. What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily, and today we're going into that snake room and we're going to be taking a look at some breeding pairs. That is the males and female ball pythons that I have paired up for this end of the season type breeding. You know, sometimes, you know, at the end of the season you see a female and you're like, say, you know what, I'm going to throw a male in with her, see what happens a little early. Usually we pair things up in October, November, but these are end of the season, I call it, you know, pairings that potentially could be really cool. So a lot of people like to see the stuff that I pair up and some of the ideas that I have in my head for producing stuff for the future. So this is your opportunity to get a look at what I'm doing, kind of like end of the year. Most of my breeding pairs are done, and I'm not going to be pairing stuff up until November. But like I said, some of these females are a little on the smaller side. Maybe they were too small for 2022-21 season, and so now I'm trying to get a little early head start on them. Let's go into that snake room and take a look at what we got. All right, a little sneak peek at the Sulcatta tortoises, my little albinos, and they're really into digging. I don't know why they've gotten so into digging. I have to get them into, like I said, I've been saying this for God knows how long now, but I got to get them to an outdoor enclosure. But they're like been digging like maniacs. They eat this. They love this straw, this Timothy hay straw. They love their romaine lettuce, of course. And look at that beauty. Look at that red eye. She's gorgeous. We got our male there, our female here. And all is good in the tortoise world. A quick little peek at the angelfish today. They're doing awesome. My one discus fish I have there. Blue face San Mara. I've shown you guys these guys before. They're just getting enormous. They're growing better than the snakes are growing. Way faster, that's for sure. These guys should be breeding. Pretty soon we're gonna see like eggs all over the place. You know, they lay eggs usually on a piece of slate or something, or a rock. And we'll get to see some breeding action hopefully with the angelfish. I think I want to get another discus fish too at some point, but we'll see. Plants are doing much better too, since I've been doing a little bit more water changes, putting some more plant fertilizer in there for them. So I got to do a water change on this tank coming up. Tomorrow we'll check out the Alcata Tortoise, see how they're doing. I haven't really seen them eating too many guppies, so we may have to take them out and feed them in a separate little container. I think they're having trouble catching the guppies and they're too fast. All right, let's go take a look at the snakes. All right, I just wanted to show you guys some breeding lineups that we have. I haven't really seen too much action yet, but this was a black pastel pied. It's possible yellow belly. It actually looks yellow belly. It's also a possible hurricane. There's so little pattern, I can't really tell if it's hurricane or not. This girl, she's a little on the smaller side. She just started eating. She was kind of like went through a little hunger strike. We have her in with a hypo mandarin phantom, which is an interesting, matchup. So I'm wondering what we're gonna get from this. The female is also possible Enchi too, but I don't think she's Enchi, because if she was Enchi, we'd have a lot more pattern. I think we would see a lot less white, so she's probably not Enchi. So what will mandarin, black pastel look like together? We'll produce obviously double head hypopides, so that'll be cool. We'll see if she goes. All right, here's an interesting pairing. She's a little on the small side, this girl, but she's got the age in her. This is a Leopard Pastel Freeway. Freeway being the being the yellow belly and asphalt together, producing that super-like form. Leopard Pastel Freeways are pretty amazing. Now, she's also 50% het clown, so we're trying to prove out the het clown. So we got a yellow belly here, Leopard clown male, who's gorgeous. So we got the yellow belly that will match up hopefully with the asphalt in the Freeway. If we get lucky, we can get some Freeways. We have Leopard, which is, we could actually produce super leopards. Super Leopard Freeways should look really cool. We got Pastel in there, and then of course we have Clown in this male. So if she proves out to be het Clown, we could produce some even Freeway Clowns, or Leopard Freeway Clowns, or Super Leopard Freeway Clowns. If not, in the very worst, we can everything will be het Clown. So that's acceptable as well. So this is a pretty interesting there. The question is, this girl I believe is a mouser. She only eats mice. So we try to feed her as many mice as she'll eat a week, but it makes it a little hard to get her up to size, you know, for breeding. So this will be, you know, a coin flip on this one, but it could be a good one. We have a Leopard Stranger. Stranger gene kind of messes stuff up and makes it look very strange. Who's het pied and also 50% het Clown. So could be, hopefully we're trying to prove out that double het pied Clown. And we're breeding her to a beautiful, beautiful Enchi Clown het pied. So in the very worst, if she doesn't prove out, everything will be het Clown. If she does prove out to be het Clown, then we could produce some potentially Enchi Stranger Clown pieds. Imagine that. So these are the high stake gambling breedings that we do. In other words, if you hit it, great. You don't expect it, but I always like to try these out, because sometimes you never know. If the gods are blessing you and they're looking kindly upon you, you could produce some really cool stuff. So we'll see what happens. All right, here's a beautiful, beautiful GHI Mojave that's in shed that I produced. It's micro scale as well. That means it's got the little beady scales, micro scales, and it's got the missing scales on its head, because the super micro scale, as we know, is a scaleless animal. And we're breeding this to a beautiful microscale clown. So this is a visual microscale clown, and this female is also het Clown. So what we're trying to produce here is some GHI Mojave super microscale clowns. So they would be a scaleless animal, they would be clowns, but they would be GHI Mojave scaleless. So this is once again, this female is not huge, but she's got the age on her. She just hasn't been a great eater. So we're trying to, put her in with a male, get her appetite stimulated. A lot of times when you put the females in with males, especially if they have the age on them, they'll start really pounding some rats, and they might go. So she's has a sister we have who's a GHI Mojave banana microscale clown. I'll show you in a minute, but she's really a lot smaller. And once again, I'm trying to use the male to get them both interested in eating so that we can get them up to size to potentially produce some really cool babies this coming season. All right, look who we got here. We have this is the sister of the one I just showed you. This is a banana GHI micro scale. See the missing scales on the head and little beady, tiny little mini scales. And she's het Clown as well. And she looks like she's actually been hitting some rats. I think she's been eating lately, because she kind of took off the summer and then she started eating at the end of the summer here. So maybe both of these girls will be up to size and we'll get some really cool baby scaleless animals this year. Or even just microscale versions are really cool of the clowns. So I wouldn't mind the banana GHI microscale clown, even without the scaleless. It'd be really cool. So we'll keep an eye on her. All right, last pairing for today. This is a female double het tri-stripe clown that I've been trying to breed. This is the second year we're trying to breed her. I think the male was a little young last year. He's a clown that's only 66% het tri-stripe. So unfortunately, if he doesn't prove out, everything's going to be unknown in terms of it'll only be like a 50% het tri-stripe baby. So, but if he proves out that he's 100% and we potentially hit a clown tri-stripe, that would be phenomenal. And you could see that the het tri-stripe has it almost shows some little telltale signs of being het tri-stripe. So pretty happy. Hopefully this we'll get something this year from them. I bred them all season, so there's potentially a late clutch, maybe even at the end of this year. I don't remember if I saw locks on these guys. I thought I saw some locks earlier this year, but sometimes, if they're not old enough and the sperm is not good enough, and you might have to just wait till the following year. But I'm okay waiting on this. But if we do hit it, I'd be very happy. I would love to produce some tri-stripe clowns. Why this female has not laid any eggs, I have no idea. I don't even know if she has any eggs in her, to be honest with you. But this she's one of my favorites. I produced a bunch of years ago in 2018. She's a Ultramel Orange Dream Het Cryptic, and she's produced some wild babies for us before. I decided not to just go with the standard Orange Dream Ultramel Cryptic pairing, and I'm going off base a little bit. I'm going to go with the Leopard Blackhead Ultramel here, and so we're not going to produce any cryptic or krypton stuff, you know, with this breeding, but that's okay. So I really wanted to get the Leopard Blackhead and into the Orange Dream Ultramel here, and so that's what this female would be doing. That's the goal here. I just think that the oranges with the darks, I mean, you can see how beautiful that male is, and he's an adult. If we can get Orange Dream into him, so we get his genes, which are Blackhead Leopard, and into her genes, which are potentially actually even Super Orange Dream, but she's definitely Orange Dream. And then everything's going to be Ultramel because both parents are Ultramel. We're going to have some amazing babies. So let's see what happens. We'll keep an eye on these guys. She's huge, this girl. I'm shocked probably that she did not lay any eggs this year. I have to blame the boy that maybe he just wasn't old enough, because we kind of put him in. He was kind of a little young. He was big enough, but he was a little on the young side. So sometimes they don't know what to do. So we'll keep an eye on him this coming season. Look at this pairing. This was a really anticipated one, and then I didn't get anything from her either this year. I don't think she's going to go. This is an Ultramel Pinstripe Het Cryptic that I got years ago from Vin Russo. We didn't even know it was Het Cryptic until we produced Kryptons, and we're breeding it to something I produced, which is a Banana Cinnamon Hurricane Woma Pastel 50% Het Clown. If she does prove out to be Het Clown, we could produce potential Kryptons in this. Look how beautiful she is. This boy is, I should say. I mean, this guy's an adult, and when adult bananas kind of lose their luster, but not with this guy. That's cinnamon with, like, cinnamon is like black pastel, so cinnamon and banana work really well together. And then you got Hurricane in there to boot, which is another dark gene. And I believe there's Wilmer in there, because I don't know what this little white stuff going on here is. And if this boy proves out Het Clown, holy mackerel. So I should have bred him to a visual clown just to try to prove him out too, but because potentially we could miss, you know, if he doesn't, because we're breeding head to head potentially. So if she's Het Cryptic, he's Het Clown, we could produce Kryptons, but it's a 1 in 25 or 1 in 4 chance, or 25% chance. So once again, potential, you know, these are like end of the season breedings. You know, a lot of these probably won't pan out, but if they do, we might get some early season clutches for next year. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas. Quick video today. Tomorrow we'll have a bigger video hopefully set up. I'm going to show you some of my crazy clown clutches from 2022. Today we got to look at some breeding pairs and just some cool stuff, and that's always fun. You know, sometimes it's good to look into other people's collections and see what their brain is doing and how they're thinking in terms of what they want to pair up and what they might be producing in the future. And that's kind of what I gave you today. So if you guys are enjoying all these videos and you want more and you want to pump up my ego a little bit more, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, hit that like button. And you know what? I'll be back again tomorrow morning. Have a great one.